Alrighty, guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die. Now, it's been quite a journey, guys. It's been quite a journey through the playthrough. If you guys watched the end of our last stream, kind of went into this a little bit, but yeah, this has been a pretty eye-opening experience for me. Definitely grown to love this game quite a bit. Before I did this playthrough, honestly, 7 days was kind of meh. It was okay, but I definitely was not like head over heels in love with the game. But after this playthrough, I've definitely found the love for the game. Been having so much fun. As you guys can see, we're on like 16 streams now, 17 or so of the game, and we've gotten to the point where vanilla, like base game, we've pretty much done most of the things that we want to do. Obviously there's still more items that we can continue to unlock, but like for the most part, we've kind of reached the pinnacle of the end game. You know, we've got all the vehicles unlocked. We've got a pretty solid horde base set up. You know, we've done a couple really cool horde nights. We've hit some pretty awesome POIs, things like that. And yeah, the game it's been an awesome experience, guys. It's been an awesome experience. But I had a little bit of extra time tonight, and I was like, you know what, let's do. Last episode was supposed to be the last stream, but I was like, you know what, let's jump on. We'll do one more stream. So today I want to kind of go around now. We do have the chopper and see if we can find some really cool POIs and knock out some. I do have this one POI mission we get turn in, get a little bit of rewards. We'll see what the trader has to offer when it comes to missions. And we'll make that determination on whether I'm going to take them or not. But how are we looking on? Now, I have enough space to take off here. 30 with the 28, dude. Just finished watching. I hope you enjoyed it, man. I know the whole end of that stream was just me talking, so hope you still enjoyed it. We were hitting the wall. Get a better take spot. It was a little too short. We got a little chatty at the end there, Nerdy. I hope you still enjoyed the stream, though. Brother, thank you so much for the 28 is crazy. Actually, let me swap out this room. So I did increase the difficulty back to warrior. So we're now playing on warrior difficulty. So we're gonna go hit some POIs today. Some new POIs on warrior difficulty. See how that whole thing pans out for us. It could be a shit show. It could be great. Who knows? Arrows. You guys can see we've got plenty of gas too. We've been getting a lot of gas as rewards. Now that one thing I do think we're gonna need though more of is bullets. I'll grab one more stack. 762. Are they tanky on warrior? Oh, I'm pretty. We've messed with a few Scylla on warrior early last episode, and they were quite tanky. But we'll see. We'll see today. Today's gonna be the true tell. Oh, I actually don't have a Wasteland mission. Yeah, the chopper's been nice, guys. It's definitely meta when it comes to transporting yourself. Ah, Nerdy, you know I appreciate you, brother. Ghost Wolf, I hope your day went all right, man. Long day of moving sounds not fun. Yeah, Balti, that definitely sounds like a weapon that I wouldn't want to find either. That sounds interesting. Eric, holy crap, thank you for the super chat, dude. I'm glad you found some love for 7 Days to Die, especially for the update. Yeah, for sure. Now, I'm excited for what people are saying is to be the next update. I think as long as if they do add all the stuff people are saying they're going to add, like human enemies, NPCs that roam the map, like bandits that you got to fight, I think that will be huge. And some kind of lore story type of deal, I think would also be great. But I think the human enemies, bandits and things like that would be super cool. Yeah, Travis, it takes a little getting used to the game, you know, like, one of the things that I did that some people don't agree with, but what I did right off the bat was I turned off Horde Night. I did like my first 2 Horde Nights, and then after that I turned them off, and then just kind of really focused on the game and learning it, and didn't pay any attention to Horde bases, none of that. I just learned the new biome progression. We learned all the POIs, crafting, things like that, and man, was it a rewarding experience. Back in Brooklyn, Ohio. Damn, dude. Yeah, Ghost, obviously we just moved a few months ago, man. Moving is miserable, dude. So fucking miserable. Yeah, moving is horrible, man. Nerdy, holy shit, brother. Thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Seriously, brother, man. You know I appreciate you. And now everybody receives a membership. Welcome to the fam. All right, we'll see if there's any cool looking POIs on this list. You guys know the names of them a bit better than me, so. Oh, geez, Dread Pirate, that's savage.
Good morning. What can we get you today?
It depends on your mission. So, infested at Dumpsy's Clinic. We have an infested at Stand Tower. That has to be OP. That has to be dope, right? We'll do it.
You got work if you need dukes.
Stand Tower.
This'll make you some decent dukes. After my commission, of course. Welcome, one and all.
Stand Tower, infested clear on warrior difficult.
Well, you know where we are if you change your mind.
Loner, how you doing tonight, man? No, we're just vanilla. So I told you guys last episode, one of the things that were, because it seems like there's a pretty good viewership on the channel for 7 days. So depending on how the game, especially with Dying Light, the Beast being delayed next month. Now, next month is a busy month anyway. There's still a lot of games, even without Dying Light. There's still a lot of games coming out in August that we're going to be checking out. But there might be some holes that, because Dying Light was a big hole that I was planning on having filled for a couple weeks. So without that being in, damn, that is a big ass building. Without that being a thing now, we definitely gonna have to fill that. And one thing I'm thinking is, I told you, if we do some more 7 days going forward, if there actually is some of you guys that want to watch it, then we'll probably do some modded stuff. Yeah, we still got Grounded too, but Grounded comes out end of July. We're going to be playing it pretty heavy, so I don't see that carrying all the way to the end of August or past August. Like, depends on how content rich the game is, but here's 6 here. Brad, hey, you have a great rest of your night, brother, man. Stealth build, here we go. This is a tier 5, actually. It's not even a tier. Yeah, do you get more loot bags on higher difficult? That's crazy. I just got 2 loot bags. I did not expect it. We'll get it. Nudes. Good. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That's why I could never imagine going through something like that with the fam. Just glad you guys are all okay, man. For real. That's wild. The only thing I'm worried about is on warrior difficult. If it's gonna nerf my bow build. Just doing some crazy damage. Bow. Prior. We were able to kill everything. Like at least on the, it seems like at least on the normal zombies we're good. My mic's going out. Couldn't be. Yo 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 yo. Somebody said it last. Somebody said it last stream too, Balti. So that's why I thought that there might actually be something going on. What did it sound like? Does it sound fine now? Let me know if it happens again. Hold up, what's going on? Fading in. So what if I talk like this? Does it sound weird, guys? Like, does it sound like I'm kind of cool? Let me know. And then if I come back, is that... Cops or some tanky something. Oh, 7 Days to Die is doing perfectly fine viewership wise. Yeah, no, it's just we've gotten to the end of the road of what we could do in the streams. For the most part with the game. We're gonna be making space for other games. Then kind of see how things go, and if we have some openings in the schedule going forward. I told you guys maybe we'll look at doing some modded stuff. All locked. Dude, this is a big building, though. Pretty damn big building. Got one of them leaky butt boys following us. Yeah, we flick gummies. We're wearing assassin armor right now, Lloyd. Yeah, it's pretty solid, man. I don't even have like the highest tier assassin armor either. But I also have max stealth points too, so. Blue one there. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Still able to kill the blues. Come on, bro. You can't be slicker than a wheelchair. Goated. How you doing tonight, bro? Gonna break down as we're crossing it. Yeah. They could give me with that. This is gonna. Try some tier 5 PO. Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to hit some top tiers. This one was called Stand Tower, so I didn't... Yeah, we flicked the fuck out of his gummy. I didn't know how hard this one was gonna be. I'll be an act. This is sideways. Oh, is this the top of the build? That tripped me out, guys. The world, but I'll take it. The building was taller, and then this was the side. Yeah, okay. That's wild. This is a trippy POI. Quite a few down that way. That's a tanky song, bitch. I'm not done in this POI. There's still more zombies to be cleared, but I didn't. Well, head back down into the lower section there because there has to be more that way that we kind of skipped with parkour. The only thing about parkour is like, yeah, you can get to some places, but when it comes to trying to clear the POI and with stealth especially, yo, sometimes you'll miss tons of freaking zombies, guys. It's wild. These give good ammo. I don't know where in this fucking tower we got it. Those are fire crossbow bolts, and yeah, I just don't use them in my build. This. What you guys did know is we're actually playing Dying Light. Them to destroy our fucking vehicle. Whoa. Didn't see. How we... I don't know how we didn't have enough space to take off. Oh, I had my controls weird. Wondering why it felt different. I had it left click, guys, so the, like when you turn the mouse, the helicopter. Apparently, I've been flying with everything locked out like this. Wonder why it felt weird.
Now closed. We have free coffee every morning, just before sunrise.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly around. What is one of the hardest POIs in the game, chat? And we're gonna go look for it. Let's see if it's in this. You guys, let me know if you see a crazy hard POI in this town we're going and flying over. What about that big scraper right there? I've already done military 7. Either these two buildings legit. Well, there's Dishong Tower. Solid. I seen somebody ask why is this the last? So last episode we did for 7 days was supposed to be the last episode channel for 7 days. I decided to do one more today because I had a little bit of free time and didn't know what else to play. So yeah, I ended up doing another one. But we've pretty much done everything that I can do and wanted to do in the game. We've completed most things that can be at this point. As you guys see, we're running endgame POIs. We've got a relatively decent horde base set up. And now we're kind of just getting into that grindy, repetitive gameplay loop. So, again, like I said earlier, what we'll do going forward is, if we have some space in the rotation, what we're going to do is we'll bring 7 days back, but we're going to end up playing it modded. As long as the mods are as game-changing as you guys are saying they are. And I guess we could clarify that right now. Are the mods, like, are there full-blown, like, mods that change so much about the game that it will almost feel like a completely different experience? Or is it just going to be what we already did, just a little reskinned? I'm barely thinking for the 6, dude. I appreciate you being here, of course, dude. Echoes of the End? I've never heard of that, Travis. There are some overhauls. Yeah, because it's like, I don't mind modding the game, but I don't want the mod to just kind of like change a few things, but then ultimately it's just the same exact thing we just did. I'd like it to be a pretty different experience. Oh, now nice. We can make one of those vehicle savers now. The fuel savers. That's crazy. I had a cracker book in it. Rebirth mod is a completely remake of the game. When you say a complete remake of the game, Slab, what are we talking about? Because I'm trying to think of how you would remake 7 Days. Like, if you give me like maybe a few examples from the mod. Rebirth is that change field trees and items. What's the gameplay loop look like though? Is there like new monsters, any storyline, quests? Dark as hell in here. this shit. Yeah, I'm in Wasteland right now. My main thing is as long as I can play my stealth build into mods, I'm good. Oh, get out of his gummy. Left half of his gummy in the hat. Natty, what's up? Hey, that's actually crazy because your whole name is Natty. But yeah, so reason I'm not necessarily quitting. We're just, this will be the last stream of 7 days we do. Playthrough. We do play more 7 days in the future. It'll be a completely separate playthrough, modded, probably. Yeah, for the time being, it's going to be probably the end of our 7 days series for now. Last episode was technically supposed to be the last episode. The last stream for it. But I had a little bit of time today. I was like, you know what? But we've pretty much accomplished everything we can accomplish, you know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's going to start to get really repetitive, what we do. Today I just kind of want to go through and hit some of these big POIs that we didn't get a chance to really explore and check. But for progression wise, we're pretty much good. We got, you know, tier 6s. Up. Yo, Surrounded is phenomenal. Yeah, Surrounded's a really fun game. $21 skill points. Wild. Owner, you have a great night, alright? I'll take some. Now we're even stronger, chat. Like way strong. Hell yeah, I'm ready to fight some bugs in 4 days. Yeah, we'll be playing some Grounded too. The only problem is, guys, is with games like Grounded, like because it's such a viral game, I guess you could say. It's very, very big, well known, like damn, you know, especially with kids, younger people. Every goddamn content creator under the sun is going to be playing Grounded 2. Like every one of them. So it's going to be extremely saturated. I don't expect very much out of this necessarily because then there's going to be so many people playing it. So I'm pretty sure viewership's going to be meh. But definitely excited. Put the shit out of it. I'm hoping that Grounded 2's a bit further along than Grounded 1 when it first came out, because I never played Grounded 1 when it first came out, but I heard the horror stories from people saying like how basic the game was compared to when it full release. When we played it. Oh, we have good viewership, but you got to remember, like, I mean, have you guys ever seen Neebs Gaming play Grounded? I mean, my question is, has Neebs ever played Grounded? They have? But they probably haven't played it in a while. But guess what? Grounded 2 is gonna be out, Neebs is gonna be playing, like, you know what I mean? And those are the people, like, that are gonna get viewers, you know what I mean? Like people, even people that watched me, you know what I mean? Neebs is just like they're good, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be watching them even over me because, you know, people are just huge fans of theirs. I mean, I think what they do is amazing. Like if I had to pick and choose between watching me and watching them, I'd watch them too, you know? We move so fast now. Now my bow and arrow bypasses armor. Wait. Jesse, did you see my last series of Grounded? Because I redid a series last year, solo. We played through the whole fucking game by myself. I beat everything, literally 100% of the game. I beat every boss, even the infected broodmother, solo. I went through and did a whole playthrough. The only thing I didn't do was all the mixers. Oh, that's why you stopped the first. Yeah, Jesse, I mean, I had a feeling, you know, like the multiplayer stuff was what killed my first series. I even told people I was pretty sure it was the multiplayer stuff that just people just weren't really a fan of. That's why when I did the second playthrough, I made sure that it was just strictly solo. Blurp in chat. All of the noodles. A special guest. Yeah, I don't even think Neebs knows I exist. I'm a bit too small time. It feels so weird because I know we're supposed to be going up in this POI, but then we're going down. So it feels like, bro, what are we doing? Riza! Bro, what happened with your boys, man? Delaying the game. So ready. Yeah, I know. I was tracking. I told people earlier when I was streaming that I had a feeling something was going on because of some of my NDA stuff with Techland got a little weird. And I told people the last time that the same scenario happened to me, it was with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they delayed the game. It was like and the situation was identical, so that's why when it happened I was like, this is weird, and then sure enough then it was a delay. So yeah, those fucking dudes. Oh, he was orange. Okay. I was like, yo, he was stupid tanky. Block only had a couple thousand subs when they had him on. I mean, yeah, but the thing is like they knew who he was, and Neebs is obviously those guys are huge now. The main issue would just be they have no idea I even, you know what I mean? And I'm not one to like go reach out to people like that, because then you just look desperate and weird fanboy type of situation. So where do we go then? Go. Oh. What the hell is a... Damn, I didn't even know there was a rocket launcher in the game, chat. Lobby, what's up, brother man? Polly, that's crazy that you know that, man. For that team, those guys are cool over at Neebs. They're apparently upgrading the physics of the zombies and the story based on the feedback. Yeah, so I think I'm good to talk about it now. I had a chance to play the Beast. They were gonna fly me out to California, and I was able to play it for a couple hours, and I didn't end up doing it though. But yeah, I was gonna do that same play test for him, and then I didn't. But they had I know they've been having a lot of people playing the game lately. I figured that's what it was. They started getting some feedback. Yeah, let's square this away. Is this such a confusing POI? They made people rate every mission and aspect of the game, hopefully. Yeah, Reason, we'll have to see. Techland's pretty good, man. Like, I've worked with them behind the scenes, like, for quite a few years, and, you know, they sent me some stuff a few years back, especially with, like, Dying Light 2 and stuff. And I've always enjoyed working with them. Their team is always very, very open to, like, good feedback. They always want you to be straight up, like, tell us how you really felt about this. Like, don't sugarcoat it, because the fuck, everything in their mother's down there. It's the perfect chance. It's the perfect. No, 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 stop. Wait, 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 wait. Man, that shit flipped. Bummies, chat. Jason, I'm glad you enjoy it, man. Yeah, I've been having so much fun with this. This build right here in 7 days is honestly one of the reasons why I've been able to just have so much fun. Now, granted, it doesn't really do much for you on Horde Night, minus like parkour. I guarantee, like, if I had enough buildings, I could probably run a whole Horde Night without a base with my build. Here. What's going on here? Like I ended up going backwards. I jumped that ladder. I think I ended up running the POI backwards for those first few floors there because I jumped the ladder because my parkour is super crazy. Jump up here. Problem is I didn't see any more ways up from this floor here. That means maybe a window. Blocked off over there. Here. I really had this POI ass backwards then. Blocked off. This floor. Oh, the elevator shaft. I was supposed to keep going up higher, I bet. That I dropped into that elevator. There, come on. Yep. So then this area. So I actually dropped in here and then ran the damn POI backward. Drop in here. The game appears to be only 15 to 20 hours long with 20 hours of side content. That's about 40 hours. 15 hours of nighttime gameplay. We're not, we're not skipping the nighttime, no reason. That whole play style is gone, man. You see how I play the game now. Yeah, a game like that, we'll try to do all the content, all the side content, all the caves. We'll try to 100% it. But now we got a while. It's not coming out to the end of September now, so. Holy fuck, A-Cup, dude. It's so good to see you, man. That's wild, bro. How you been? Hell yeah, it's right down my alley. You know I'm not scared. The king of horror. A-Cup. You know, A-Cup's a OG. A-Cup's been a really long time. Good to see you though, man. For real, dude. I hope everything's been going well for you, brother. Is that a sitting guard chair? Like his gummy. Cool. Thick. Thick. Real thick. I don't know if my build, I don't know if we would call my build OP, JPZ, because 7 Days has some actually like OP things that people were talking about, like stun baton builds, sledgehammer builds. Like there's like really like realistically, like the way I'm playing the game is probably considered like low tier to some like true 7 days players, they'd probably look at my build and be, what the fuck are you doing? Not optimal at all. I just find it to be fun the way I'm playing the game. It might not be that great though. It's not gonna be able to say it. You know, like stealth build is freaking clutch. It's probably not that in the grand scheme of builds. MRD, how you doing? Thank you for the 37, bro. But we are doing well, man. We are doing good, dude. Army. But if there is one thing I am is definitely consistent when it comes to how I play games. I generally try to play every game possible in stealth. The only exception so far is Cyberpunk right now because we already played stealthy. So I'm trying out some new play styles for Cyberpunk. Use the throat goat. Out to the pro. I take it back. Blue line, brother. How you doing tonight? Thank you for the 5 gifted. Man, thank you guys. Seriously, I appreciate the support. I sure. Yeah, her head is all up in her own shit. That's wild behavior, chat. On the stove and everything. Got her whole foot hanging out. She's in it. Yeah, that's crazy. Jason, the thing is like this same character we're playing right now, is like identical to like how I played Cyberpunk almost. Like, no bullshit, dude. But yeah, I think my 7 days character would be able to survive in Cyberpunk and Dying Light for sure. I mean, is Darkness Falls or 7 Days to Die mods hard to install? Usually, like, if they're like Nexus type shit, they're pretty simple. I don't usually have any issues with, unless it like requires me to like do file edits and stuff like that. Then it's a bit more complicated. I'm okay at modding, especially like 7 day type stuff or Nexus mods. But yeah, if mods require me to have to do like file changes and code inputs and freaking put this here, drag this here, like a bunch of weird stuff, then I'm using it. Fallout, mod and Fallout was like that sometimes. You had to like do weird shit. But most games nowadays, just kind of simple drag and drop. I did play Fallout with like 200 mods. That was the issue. That shit was crazy hard. Wow. All right, yeah, and then that's pretty standard. Just drag and drop. I could do that. So yeah, this is a really long POI. It's almost been a whole. We've been in here since the night, and we're already about to pass the night and go back into a day. Trying to make our way through this damn POI. Now, granted, we spent a lot of time going the wrong way, but yeah. Try to play with the electric, but yeah, Ariel, like that's what people kind of trying to say. I know it's probably super strong or super meta. To me, it just doesn't sound super fun. Like I enjoy stealth. I love like quiet and suppressors and things. It's just something I've always enjoyed. Like going around, like, you know, probably be fun for a little bit, but it's just not like my style. I love decapping the zombies with the blade and stuff. It's just that's crazy OP, man. Gotta just beat a whole blood moon using that. That's crazy. Yeah, we've been so anti-meta in the 7 days playthrough, like to the point where people are like, or I was asking people, you know, what's the best, you know, weapon between the crossbow and the bow and arrow, and most people are like, crossbow, but then we're using a bow and arrow. I do like the bow though. I think it's wicked good. Or to sound that anti-meta. Huh? No! You're a whole bitch. Nothing but a bitch, so help me. No, stop it. That was dumb, dude. I'm not going all the way back through it right now, chat. Thoughts on the dev stream? Rob, what dev stream? What, for 7 days? I've never watched a single dev stream for this game. I didn't even know the dev streamed.
Fantastic! You got the job done, so here's your payment. We always need someone to... I knew I could count on you.
Lots of old players aren't too happy with some changes. What are they changing? Have I ever considered playing a versus playthrough? I don't know what that is, Ariel. Well, yeah, let me go drop this stuff off at base real quick. In 2.0, they took a lot of open world stuff. They did? You know, I think world bosses, we were actually talking about that before, like things I think 7 Days to Die needs is like world bosses. Like each biome have like a super special world boss or something like that. I thought the game needed NPCs, humans that you could fight almost like a PvP scenario, but just in single player. Like bandit camp POIs, you know, like where you go in and it's just like a bandit camp. I think that'd be super sick. Where they're actually like shooting at you and shit. No, I've never thought about it. Because Ariel, the thing about playthroughs like that is I'd have to find somebody that's consistent, and I'd have to find somebody who I could trust. And the problem is whoever I was playing against would be able to stream snipe me. So there would really be no surprise for them. It would be a surprise for me, and it'd be tough. No, I haven't seen no Happy Gilmore 2 movie, no. Zerv with the 6, dude. What's going on? Rolling into the weekend, but I appreciate you doing. Yeah, I forgot today was Friday, wasn't it? The Fallout mod does a lot of the things I've been talking about. Really? We're just playing vanilla 7 Days. Yeah, just a regular game. Do 2.0, yeah, whatever the newest update was. Actually, no, I'm playing version 2.1, B10, I think, whatever that means. It does up in the top corner, B2.1. I have all my biome badges. Yeah, I unlocked them all. The mod you're playing right now has good and bad NPCs in 7 days? Whoop, over. What? Riot says, yeah, I'm like a motherfucker today. Whoa, hold on, hold on. And I'm free. A second to just, you know. Hit the ground pretty fucking hard there too. Didn't like that. Woo. We got a lot of bullets, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. We'll see, guys. Again, I don't know when we'll attempt some modded 7 Days to Die. We'll kind of just gotta play it by ear. But at some point we're gonna jump in and fiddle around a little bit with it. See if we have a series there, something that people are actually interested in watching. I need more repair kits. Tape. I think it was duct tape and iron, right? Oh, I had repair kits right there too. Forgot we made those up. Reza, you have a great rest of your night, all right? If you got meat in your inventory, zombies and dogs would detect you easily at a distance. I don't know how I feel about that, though. I feel like that'd be really annoying. Like I could see, the coolness of it, but it also seems like something like that could get tedious. But then I could see both things. I personally wouldn't be too affected by that being not being in the game, but I could see how people would enjoy it too. Hey, Cup, you have a great rest of your night, bro. You know, I appreciate you popping in, dude. I don't, yeah, well, that was actually one of the things I said early on in the game. I was like, yo, why can't you, like, reuse the water jars? Like, why can't I just go to any water source and scoop water? Like, I thought that was a really dumb thing, like, having to, like, I don't know. I feel like they made water acquisition way too complicated, like having to build the damn rain collector to still have to boil it. It just seemed really stupid the way they collect the water system in this game. And the only problem I have with the food system in the game is it's very, I'd say the food and drink system in the early game is very tedious because you eat food and it like it barely does anything. So you have to eat like a ton of food early on, and it's just like, I don't know, I find it to be really, really tedious early game. Like after a while, like once you get the better food, like it's not that bad, but it really makes the early game feel like it's like, bro, I gotta eat a whole fucking deer just to survive the day. Like it doesn't make sense. Yeah, Ruben, and that's the thing is like I get like the system. It just in the late game it's okay because yeah, like I understand it's like, but it's like my bowl of spaghetti is not as filling. You know, you kind of look at it as realism. It's like my one bowl of spaghetti you're telling me is equivalent to 15 steaks that I cooked out. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. If I go out and I kill a boar and I skin it and I cook up, you know, 10 steaks and then I eat it and it only gives me 30% of food, you're like, what the fuck? You know, compared to other survival games, games like Sons of the Forest or things like that, when you kill a deer, like you get a couple of days worth of food out of that deer. It feels more real, makes more sense, like the portion sizes and stuff. In this game, yeah, it's just like, yeah, a steak gives you 7 seconds of food. You're 7 points of food. You're like, out of 100. Do I have a video ranking specializations in State of K2 for lethal? I don't believe so, Michael. No, I never really got into it like that. Because the thing about ranking specializations for something like Lethal Zone, I feel like it kind of depends on you as a player, because there's a lot of things in State of Decay that I guess you can almost say are subjective. Like, depends on what's your strong suits in game, what things you enjoy to work towards, because, you know, my priorities and your priorities could be very, very different. And the good thing about State of Decay is there's no like one way to do it. You know, like with some games, it's just like, nope, this is the meta way. Do this every single time, W. State of Decay, you could play that game 100,000 different ways, dude, with different skills, different setups, and you can make almost anything work. Here is this POI. 5 now. Yeah, that's the one thing is the food amounts are kind of weird in this game, like portions. Later, bro. Stop being. See, Mike, I think close combat is a perfect skill in Lethal Zone. As long as you're grabbing and pushing the enemies down, it's super, super good, dude. Yeah, close combat's is viable. Everything's still viable. The only thing that Lethal Zone does change a lot compared to the other difficulties in game is it forces stealth early game quite a bit more than any other game, any other difficulty. Definitely forces stealth gameplay. Outside of that, most things that work in Nightmare will work in Lethal. You might have to change up your approach a little bit. But no, yeah, you can get away with close combat easily, especially with the maxed out where you can front grab and stuff and like execute. Another one. You know I appreciate you, bro. That means a lot to me, dude. 1 million subs is crazy, bro. You got to be the real deal to get that. And we kind of talked about that in my last stream. I'm not... The way my channel's set up is not built for 1 million subs. The way my content's set up. Have I ever bumped into any survivors in this game? No, Joe, there's no NPCs other than the traders. People said there's mods though that change that, but I've only played the game vanilla and I've only played single player, like, so on a single player, my own game, so I've never seen anybody. Thick as fuck. Hey, Ari, have a great rest of your night. Kenneth, what's up, man? Just started playing Green Hell because of Floppy, man. Yo, Green Hell is a tough game, Kenneth. Yeah, Green Hell is super tough. I haven't played it in years, man. Like, I enjoyed my playthrough. I wanted to actually revisit that game at some point because when I played through, I didn't see any of the human enemies like that were in the game. Like, but the start in Green Hell is rough, dude, because everything is so dangerous. Food and water is so hard to secure. Like, that shit is rough. Yeah, it was a really long time. I mean, probably like 2021. I played Green. It's been a long time ago. It was one of the first survival games I ever branched out to when I was playing. That used to obviously cover pretty much only State of Decay, and when we started to branch into survival games, Stranded Deep and Green Hell were actually the first like survival games I branched into. I was just playing with him. I wasn't even using my full power. Douglas, hey, you have a good night, man. Undone. This, I guarantee, without stealth, this lower area probably turns into a freaking shit show. got me into the survival games a lot more because of the patience you play them with. I try to be patient. Yeah, it definitely it takes a little bit, Kenneth, especially depending on like what games you're used to playing. Because even for me, like survival games were quite new. Yeah, like I was like a World of Warcraft and like an Overwatch player, you know. So when I first branched into survival games, it was definitely a different pace. Could be a weapon cache somewhere? I'll check. Yeah, usually there is the infested box. Has the extra, has a bunch of ammo and shit in it. Might be on the way out. Jenny. Might be on the way out. Oh. Wow. Hey, Zer, thank you so much for the gift, dude. Up there it is. That was weird. There's always an infested container. Zombie literally stopped me from taking off. Yeah, my only gripe with the game is how tanky.
Good morning. You've got armor, weapon. Ooh,
The
this'll
zombies
pad
get-
my pockets real nicely. Here's your cut.
Oh, I find them to be quite on the tank, especially with higher difficulties. Like,
Here's your pay. Good job.
steel sledgehammer crafting bundle, armor parts, steel. I think these are steel. 1250. Dukes, dude. We've hit all those spots. Hungry? No, my character is nowhere near hungry. Unless you're talking about me in real life. Nowhere's near. Yeah, I ate dinner earlier, IRL, so I'm not even hungry. I do want to kind of fly around the map a little bit too. I never explored all of this map. Driving obviously is way complicated. Yeah, this will be the last stream of the playthrough Black Ops. For 7 days. Now, is there like a map order in this game? How's the house going? Kind of things are good now, man. Yeah, started off kind of rough here, obviously. You know, the first couple months it was taking us a bit of getting used to everything, but everything has gotten a lot smoother. Some of the big issues we have not been so big, solved themselves, so we figured them out. Some things are still looming, but hasn't been too bad. John, get that good sleep, brother. POIs down this way. Empty wasteland. There's a road here. Apart from State of Decay 2, which same type of game do I like the most? I mean, I'm still a firm, I don't think there's another game like State of Decay 2. State of Decay 2 stands on an island in itself. I challenge people to name another game like it. Because it's a very different style, like, zombie game. Down that way. A very, very different style game from even something like this. Some of the games that get compared to it are games like Days Gone, but Days Gone is far different, vastly different game than State of Decay. Days Gone is like a single-player story-based game, you know what I mean? Yeah, the only problem with Survivalist, though, is quality. Like, I tried to play that game once. It was so janky that I found it to be borderline unplayable. But what I mean is, like, it's hard. Like, a lot of games could kind of be compared to State of Decay, but they're all too sandboxy in my opinion. State of Decay is a game that it's a sandbox, it's a simulation, but it has a defined start and finish. And I think that's where a lot of survival games struggle, is like, especially games like 7 Days. Like, when do you stop playing 7 Days? Like, when do you stop your playthrough? When you get bored. And when games are super open-ended like that, I feel like they get boring and repetitive, and the replay value isn't the same in the game, because when the whole goal of the game is to play the game until you're bored of it, you're generally not going to want to replay it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, well, now that I'm bored with that, some people will, they're like, let me start over again. But yeah, State of Decay has a very definitive start and finish. Like, you could play through the game, you could beat it, and be done with it. And I think that's why it's not a true sandbox like 7 Days or Project Zomboid. Like, those games, they're just endlessly open-ended. Like, you just keep playing them forever until you get bored, for the most part, or start over again. There's no like overarching like map like goal. Like, okay, yep, you do this and then boom, you beat 7 Days to Die. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, you just keep going and going and going. What's the maximum number of days I've survived in State of Decay 2? I could survive infinitely. There's no like amount of days that like, but I got a community that's got like 100 days, but I start communities over like nonstop. So like most of my communities don't go longer than like 20, 30 days, because I like play it, I beat the game, and then I move on. I don't generally play the game to like, I have my one forever community, and that one's at like 100 days. But yeah, I always just finish the game. I beat it. Because even the State of Decay, that's not a game that I'm going to sit there and just like play one community over and over and over again. Like, I don't enjoy it. Sebastian, how you been? But yeah, I mean, like, I could indefinitely survive. Especially without mods or anything, like I could just indefinitely survive State of Decay. There's no, it'd just be pretty much till I got bored. Well, that place, is this the place with the shotgun factory? I think that's the shotgun factory there, right? It gets a lot harder. Yeah. Are you talking about State of Decay here? Because State of Decay does ramp up. And then it depends on what difficulty you're playing on, though. Because all difficulties have a ramp. They all have a ceiling. But yeah, the game will start off at, let's just say, 1 out of 10 difficulty, and it'll work its way up to 10 in your playthrough, depending on your difficulty. So I've seen 2 towns here in the waste. This is gonna bring us into the snow biome, I believe. Kanan, what do you mean from what I said? How does it make it any different from 7 Days to Die? They're 2 completely different games. One's a community, like focused survival simulation, and one is a sandbox single survivor building crafting game, like Minecraft. Yeah, this is a survival building crafting game, completely different type of game. This falls in the line of like a Minecraft type of deal. It's a completely different genre of games. This would be even closer to 7 Days to Die is more it's closer to Ark than it is State of Decay. You can live indefinitely in State of Decay. I mean, you can live indefinitely in Days Gone. You can live indefinitely in any of those games if you choose to. This game, there's no choice. Like, it just is the game. Like, you can't choose to beat 7 days or not beat it. You know what I mean? It just is what it is, because that's just the game. You know what I mean? Oh, this is forest. There's an end game. I mean, I think a better end game for 7 Days to Die would be like throughout the game. And just I'm just gonna spitball something at you guys real quick. And this is literally just off the top of my head. Honestly, I think that they could probably do something way better than this, but this is just giving you guys a basic idea of what I think 7 Days to Die is. So each biome obviously has a badge. There's a linear progression through the biomes, which I think is a great system. And I think what they should do is each biome, certain POIs in the biome, you have to go through and collect key cards in certain biomes scattered throughout in each POI scattered throughout the biome. So for instance, you start in forest biome, you got to hit a couple of their key forest biome POIs, get key cards. Then the forest biome will have a secret underground military lab POI that you have to clear through. You clear through that, you get a piece of something that you need to collect 5 of. Each biome has a secret underground military lab that gets more complex and complicated, introduces, the different color radiated zombies or something like that as you progress, introduces new freaks that you'll see in the new biomes, something like that. And then boom, you beat the first biome, you move on to the next biome, you go through, you hit some of the biggest POIs in that biome, collect your key cards, hit the underground military facility for that biome, so on and so forth, work your way through all the biomes, okay? And then they could have a super ridiculously hard end game POI that's guarded by the hundreds of zombies. Maybe they even have a mini simulated horde situation that you got to kind of fight your way through. Then you go through the POI, you activate something, and boom, then you beat the game. You know what I mean? But you had to collect like a bunch of pieces to it's something simple like that, you know what I mean, that they could introduce into the game like this, and it gives you a goal. You're collecting stuff, it gives you a reason to go through all these different biomes, it gives you a reason to go, and they could have mini bosses in all these POIs and locations and things like that. And then you get to the end game, you assemble some type of fucking big mechanism that does something cool, shoots a beam in the sky, and boom, you fucking win. You know what I mean? And it's that simple. Like, I think they could easily introduce something like that into the game, and it would give you a goal to strive for. So, because a lot of people, when they play these games, they set their own goals, and player-driven goals are good. But the problem with player-driven goals is they get bored. Eventually, you're going to be like, okay, I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. I've done everything I could think of. But when the game gives you an objective that you can kind of play through, and goals, like, you can go and still do whatever the hell you want, do your own player-driven goals. But if you wanted there to be a little bit of something for you to focus on, a reason why you're trying to unlock tier 6 guns, other than the fact, like the reason why you're trying to do this or do that, you know what I mean? It makes it way easier. Like Minecraft, Minecraft is probably the perfect example of how, like Minecraft has the nether. Like, you go ahead, you're playing, you do a bunch of shit. Your goal is to mine down a diamond so you can get diamonds, so you can mine this, and then boom, you can go to the nether to kill these different bosses so you can gather pieces from them to then take it back to the overworld. So then you can freaking, make it to the Ender Dragon, and eventually like there's goals throughout the game. So it's like this giant sandbox where you can kind of do whatever you want, but there is still goals for you to focus on, because if there's no end game goals, eventually you're just going to get bored. You know what I mean? And be like, okay, well, now what do I do? Like, I've already done this. I've already done that. Now what? But yeah, when the game does have some really high tier challenging goals, it gives you a reason to go grind out that stuff. And right now, 7 days goal is to just survive endless hordes that are on repeat every 7 days, and they get harder and harder and harder until you eventually cap out your game stage, and then they're not really going to get any harder. Then you're just going to be kind of sitting there fighting the same horde over and over and over and over and over again, until pretty much you run out of bullets and can't keep up with the horde anymore, or you just get bored, you know. So that's like a quick little spitball idea of what I think they could throw into a game like this to make it have goals at least. Yeah, like Subnautica, phenomenal game. But yeah, you can kind of play through it and you beat it. Again, all of that grinding, all of the progression that you're doing, there's an end state goal that you're building up for. You know, you're trying to get down deep to go down and accomplish the game's in-game story mission. You know, and I feel like that's what a lot of that's what I feel like all these survival games need in the end. Like that's all the great ones. The Forest, Sons of the Forest, Stranded Deep, Green Hell, like all of these god tier survival games all have an end game. Forest location is actually huge, dude. Yeah, I played this whole entire series solo. You can easily play this game solo. Is they removed the temperature after they added storms. Well, the thing about it is, because I remember that temperature system and I hated it. I do, because it's like if you got hot in the regular forest biome, depending on the clothing you were wearing, then like how do you play around that, like when you go into a hotter biome or a colder biome, you know what I mean? I feel like I have a personal issue with like hot cold mechanics in games, like in survival games. I find them to be more tedious than anything, unless the game's built around it, like The Long Dark. I find weather mechanics that introduce things like hot and cold to honestly be really, really tedious in most games. I haven't really seen a game that does it well, other than games like The Long Dark, where it's like a part of the system. I usually just find it to be more annoying than anything. In Tef, see, that's where I find it to be annoying. It's because like if you have a really cool armor set or a build that's designed around a certain set of armor, but then you got to take pieces of it off because you're in a hot, it just, like, I get it, but it's still kind of tedious and annoying. I don't know. I haven't really found a game that does weather all that great without it feeling kind of like a chore. I played both Subnautica games to completion. Oh, it's just clothing, not armor? Gotcha. This is a big fucking mansion. That shit is crazy, dude. Like a resort or something like that. The snow biome actually looks like it's one of the smaller biomes in the game. Haven Hotel. Yeah, like Arc, I think it was the game. Like, I hated the freaking the temperature thing. You're always stripping off your damn clothes, and it's just like. I didn't find it to be like a system I loved. Right now, Kier, I'm just kind of flying around, just exploring the map, because I never really checked out all the biomes because we didn't have access to flight. But now that we have this, I can kind of fly around and look at the map from bird's eye view and see everything. I just kind of wanted to get the lay of the land. Seeing if there was any cool POIs that there's ones off there, but a lot of the snow biome actually seems like probably the smallest biome. Yeah, I hit that military base over there. Yeah, before we got this helicopter, we were traversing all this with land vehicles. Walking, motorcycle, bicycle. Yeah, it was rough. Hit that little military base right there. I hit the high school here. Like, we've hit a lot of these spots. I've never been on this side of the map though. That city over there, I've never been there before. The mountain ahead is up here. Oh, up on top there. Blood Dragon. I actually never played. That's the only bit of Far Cry I've never played. People kept asking me to play Blood Dragon. Maybe one day we'll check it out. I don't even know how to play it though, because when I looked on PC, I didn't see it on Steam. Notice we've been flying not even at max speed this whole time. Big ass house right up on top of there. Yeah, I have been to this town. Yeah, this is where we did our first Horde night. Over on this building here. We fought our Horde nights over here. I didn't see it on Steam, Magoo. I could be wrong as hell though. A lot of sporadic in the burnt biome. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of big cities in this one. Little scattered towns, that's it. My first ever gaming computer I bought was I was super poor. This was a long time ago. This was one of the things that got me interested in gaming on PC was I was in the military. I had got out, and I remember back in the day I was scrolling YouTube and I seen this video. It was through night vision, and turned it on. It was like a military operation with night vision goggles. They were calling in like air support and shit like that. Fucking bombs going off, gunfire. It was fucking intense. And damn, this shit looks dope. What the hell is this? It was a fucking video game. And I was like, what? And it was a video game called Arma 2. And I was like, yo, this is wild. Like, this is so realistic. You know, the guys playing it were all tactical. It was crazy. So I was like, man, I want to play this. Like, I want to play Arma 2. Like, I need to get this game. And then I found out it was a PC game. And at the time, I had just got out of the military. I was struggling really hard with PTSD, and me and the wife had just got together. Like, this was before we were even married, and it was a rough time in my life. So at the time, I didn't know anything about PCs. I didn't know anything about PC gaming. I didn't know anything. So what I did was I went to Rent-A-Center. For those of you guys that don't know what Rent-A-Center is, it's like literally like a fucking store where you can go like rent TVs and computers and beds and furniture, and you like pay monthly on it, because I couldn't afford no fucking computer, dude. Like, that shit was wild expensive back in the, we're talking, I was broke. So yeah, I go to Rent-A-Center and looking around, they had this $500 all-in-one computer. And like I said, at the time, I didn't know shit about computers. I didn't know about PC gaming. I didn't know about minimum requirements. All I seen was Rent-A-Center had a computer at the time, and it was $500, but like I said, it was all in one. So the computer, the screen, everything was all connected. Like, it was all built in. And I'm like, it was like touch screen and shit. So I'm like, yo, this gotta be like top of the line. So I went ahead and I fucking bought it. It was like $500. I was paying like, I don't know, $45 a month or something like that for the damn thing. And I had got a TV too at the time. So we got that, the TV, and like a bed. She got a bunch of stuff. We ended up paying like $180 a month for all this stuff. And then took it home, plugged it in, fucking downloaded Steam, downloaded Arma, got that shit installed, freaking clicked on it, chat, booted it up. I was so excited. I was about to jump into my world of freaking tactical military gaming. That shit was a slideshow. A legitimate slideshow. Like, I was confused. I was like, why the fuck isn't it working? Like, it's just like, I thought it was glitching, and I was getting like 5 FPS. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, why is this like happening? That's when I started looking into things, started Googling shit. And yeah, the computer just was ass. It was a fucking dog shit all in one. that could like no graphics card. It was just like integrated graphics. It was absolute dog shit of a computer. So couldn't play shit on it. You play solitaire, that was about it. And I was like, what the hell? So I ended up bringing it back to Rent-A-Center, and I turned it back in, and then I gave up on PC games. I was like, fuck this, because I realized like computers were just like computers that played games at the time were just way beyond anything I could afford. So then I just went back to playing my Xbox 360. That's when I got into like Skyrim and stuff like that. And then I ended up going back in the military with the wife. I went to Afghanistan again, made a bunch of money when I was in Afghanistan. I came back home from deployment with a bunch of money, fucking bought a BMW, a little 3 Series, fucking 320. It was not a super crazy great BMW, but to me, I was super proud of it. Spent my fucking war money, bought a BMW and a gaming PC. And that one I built. That was my first actual build. At the time, I splurged. Yeah, at the time I bought a 770. I think it was when the 10 series was out. I think the 1080s and stuff were out. But I had bought a GTX 770. I had a fucking Intel. It was an i7 4770K. It was at the time one of the best CPUs you could get. I splurged on this PC. I had Best Buy build it for me because at the time they would price match Newegg, so I could order all the parts that I needed, and Best Buy would price match Newegg, and then they would build it for you for like an extra $200 with their Geek Squad insurance. So I went ahead and did that. It was like $1,400 my first computer. It was a good tier. Brought that home, and then I started really PC gaming. That's when I got into playing World of Warcraft. That's when I started playing Arma. I joined a realism unit, so like it was a Ranger battalion, but in Arma, and like literally I had to go, and like we had like weekly meetings. We'd all link up in game and fucking they'd hold formation, and we'd go do big like war operations and shit like that. And it was cool as fuck, guys. I had a ton of, my wife used to think I was so lame. She was like, you're in the military and you're like playing military games, talking to these guys like they have, because like we had people that were above me, like squad leaders and shit like that, and I'd have to call them sergeant, staff sergeant, whatever. And it was like a full blown like thing. And a lot of the guys there were vets, like they were veterans, other military guys too. But yeah, we'd hold these like big operations. Sometimes they'd take like 6-8 hours, guys. Like we'd literally go, we'd do our freaking sit rep and all this stuff. They'd give us our op order, and then we'd go ahead, freaking log on, and then we'd go and have our own, my squad or platoon or whatever would break off. We'd have our own objectives, and they were like these huge curated like events. Like they had like I'm pretty sure they had somebody that was controlling Op 4, and yeah, they held the whole thing set up. And I mean, I did probably 10, 15 of those ops. I was in it for like a year and a half, guys. And then I ended up, getting real busy with my training schedules and stuff like that. I couldn't keep up. They were real lenient because I was actually in the military, and they understood like I kept missing training and stuff like that. But it was very, very, very high speed. And then I got super dedicated to World of Warcraft. Like I became like a World of Warcraft guys. I was playing WoW like every day, fucking nonstop World of Warcraft. But yeah, that's how I got into PC gaming originally, was Arma. Yeah, Arma was like my driving force to get me into that shit. But yeah, I made a big mistake with my damn my first PC. That was a shit show, dude. Got that shit from Rent-A-Center. Oh, look at this vehicle expanded seat mod. Stun Baton Quality 6 is wild, chat. DayZ mod was actually the first zombie game I ever played. Yeah, Arma 2 DayZ mod was how I got into zombie games. DayZ was my shit. I actually owned a server. I had a couple younger guys that would help me add all my mods and stuff to it. I'm talking like original like Epoch and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I had a full-blown DayZ server that I used to that I ran for a while, and yeah, it was such a fun fucking time. But I played a ton of DayZ mod, got into DayZ standalone when it first came out, and yeah, I was huge on DayZ. And then DayZ is actually the reason why I found State of Decay, because after I had got burned out on DayZ, I loved the zombie aspect of the game. So I was trying to find other zombie games like DayZ, and at the time there just really wasn't anything. I mean, I kept scrolling through Steam and I kept seeing State of Decay, and I was like, oh, this looks kind of interesting, and I just never played it at the time. I just kept ignoring State of Decay because I was like, oh, it looks cool, but it doesn't look like DayZ, and I just kept it moving, just ignored it, and then one day I was like looking at it and I was just like, yo, let me try this State of Decay game out. Like, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And at this time it was like 2015, I want to say it was, when I first played it. And I remember I jumped on, started playing it, and then I fucking fell in love. Like, it blew my mind. Like, I jumped in there, the community aspect of the game kicked in, and you know, I was playing with Marcus and Maya, and I remember Maya was the first character I ever got killed outside of the I had her outside of the warehouse there in Marshall, and I was right outside the fucking gate, chat. Pharaoh came, ran up to me, started mauling me. My stamina was all down, didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like yelling at the screen for my people in the base to help me because they were just standing there watching me. I'm like, fucking shoot this damn thing. And they didn't. And Maya got ripped the fuck apart right in front of my damn base. I was in my feelings. But yeah, played a shit ton of those. That's how it started. And then once I got into playing State of Decay 1, that's when I started following State of Decay. And I was loosely following it, and then they announced State of Decay 2, and then, you know, and then when State of Decay 2 came out, actually I played it initially, like right away. Day one it dropped, I actually bought the Ultimate Edition. This is way before I was a content creator, I bought the Ultimate Edition, and I got it like 3 days early. I remember I was so excited because I used to watch Undead Labs streams like every week, dude. They would have a stream, so I was watching the updates. I was watching this other dude, I forgot what the fuck his name was. He was a YouTuber. He plays Ghost Recon exclusively now, but he used to cover State of Decay. Covered all the updates. I was watching this dude, and then State of Decay 2 dropped, and I played the shit out of it. I beat it 3 times. I did every ending except Warlord. I did the Sheriff, I did the Builder, the Trader, and then I just was bored of the game because it was like Standard Zone was the only difficulty. It was really easy after a while. Once you got used to everything, the game was just eh. So I just kind of moved on, and I stopped playing State of Decay, went back to, that's when I started getting into Overwatch real big. And me and my brother played Overwatch quite competitively for quite a few years. I was playing Overwatch and World of Warcraft. That was it. That was my gaming for quite a long time. And when I started YouTube, I was still playing Overwatch and World of Warcraft pretty heavy, but obviously I couldn't cover those games because there was no viewership for them for me. But yeah, I played the hell out of some World of Warcraft back in the day. I love WoW, even still to this day. Guys, there's mornings I wake up, and especially with the new World of Warcraft Midnight expansion going to be dropped, like they're about to do the reveal for. I love World of Warcraft, absolutely love the game. If I could, hell yeah, I'd be playing the fuck out of World of Warcraft. But I just don't have the time, you know what I mean? And I've played it a couple times on the channel, and we got a couple of those SMG turrets. I've played it a couple times on the channel, and it's done okay. You know what I mean? But not enough for me to play the game long term by any means. Like, just not enough interest in it, which is, I understand. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I love me some World of Warcraft, guys. I love that fucking game. But I play the game very different than other people, where other people kind of rush through the game to get to the end game so they can like raid and do stuff. I love the story. I love playing through all this, the quest. I'm reading all the fucking dialogue. Like, I'm legitimately experiencing the story and the expansion and the characters and stuff like that. I'm a super nerd when it comes to fucking WoW. Like, I love the lore, I love the story and stuff like that. That's how I play the game. We do have these super corn here, and I think I had some potatoes too. I have streamed. I've streamed plenty of times over the years. We played a little bit of WoW every now and again. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of people that are actually like. I played WoW. Anytime I play, we'll get like 200 viewers, like a steady maybe 200. It's not enough for me to play long term. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, if I'm gonna play some, it's gotta pay the bills if I'm gonna put it in my rotation. And it just wasn't there. But it's okay, you know what I mean? I've accepted it. If I ever get a bug, you know, I'll just play that shit off stream or something. I don't know. Nah, Zerv. So people say that, dude. People say that, man. You know, Schedule 1 was a big game, dude. But yeah, people say they would watch, man. Like I said, I've played World of Warcraft maybe 10 times on this channel. I played it as recent as last year. And yeah, there just wasn't a huge audience for it. And it's understandable, you know. A lot of people that watch my channel watch me for zombie survival games. So if all of a sudden I'm playing a fantasy MMORPG, people are like, bro, what the fuck is this? And they don't even click on this shit. Or a lot of people don't even know much about World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? Like, they only know what they heard over the years, and you know, some things are good, some things are bad. So some people don't even care to check it out because they think it's not something that they'll be interested in. But there it is, guys. We're gonna end this here because it is fucking almost 12:30. But we got 3 hours in. I'm happy with that. We got 3 hours in. I wanted to jump in, play a bit more 7 days before we sailed this ship home. Honestly, guys, I thank you. I all those you guys, you know, that came over, who are, you know, found me for this series here. I do appreciate you guys. 7 days community. It's been a great time. And then those of you guys, you know, my core, my guys who have been here forever. I appreciate you guys sticking with it. I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. Now, going forward, like I said, for 7 days to die, this playthrough here, we're done with it. Nothing else I really want to do. I've done everything. You know, we pretty much got POIs on farm. Horde night for the most part on farm. It's, you know, without any other objectives, it's like we're just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? We'll just log on, run POIs, do Horde night. It's just gonna get really repetitive and not super interesting. So that's why I'm kind of calling it here. And then yeah, going forward, what we'll do is we'll play some modded 7 days in the future. Not exactly sure when. Just bear with me. Bear with me, guys. Oh, Jesus Cremesis. MJ, what the hell? That is ridiculous. MJ, first off, how have you been, man? I feel like it's been ages. Coming in, dropping a huge $200 super chat. That's fucking wild, dude. Bro, it's good to see you, brother, man. Oh my God. MJ said, bro, I never catch a live. It's after midnight now, dude. That's wild, dude. Thank you so much, MJ. For real. So we're gonna be doing Grounded too. I'm out here trying. It's good to hear, MJ. Hey, brother, man. I hope life's treating you well, dude. I hope everything's going good. That's wild, man. It's so good to see you, brother. It's so good to see you. You're gonna be up in this neck of the woods? Oh man. You might have to shoot me a DM or something, dude. For real, brother, man. Two Live, thank you so much for the 5, dude. And be greasy with the super chat, bro. What the heck? If you squint your eyes, looks like 200, bro. Dude, that is huge, brother, man. Dude, don't downplay it, but I appreciate the 20, be greasy. You always show so much love, brother. You always show so much love. Oh my God, MJ, for real, dude. Are you serious? Nah, for real, MJ. Yeah, hit me up, man. Like I said, shoot me a DM on Discord or something, and what, man? I'll swing through, fucking chop it up for a couple minutes IRL, bro. That would be sick as fuck, man. I love meeting people IRL from the channel, dude. It's a very surreal, you know, to be able to put faces to names and shit. Like it's an like you guys think that it would be cool to meet me, but I promise you, it's way cooler for me to meet you guys. Cause like, believe it or not, like a lot of you guys, especially the ones of you guys I see every day, always talking in chat, you guys are like little celebrities to me. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I couldn't even imagine meeting like 2 Live in real life or meeting like Ghidorah in real life. Like, I couldn't imagine meeting you guys in real life. You guys are like little celebrities. You know what I mean? It's wild. It's like, you know, like meet Priscilla in real life. Like that's like meeting motherfucker. That's some celebrity shit right there. But MJ, that is crazy, brother. For the 50 gifted at the end of the stream is wild. I want to say, hey, whoever receives one of those memberships, welcome. Welcome to the fam. That's absolute crazy talk, dude. But yeah, man, for real. If you're in my Discord, dude, yeah, when you're in the area, or before you get over here, man, just shoot me a DM, dude. I'll figure something out, man. That should be cool as hell. For sure, MJ, for sure. Oh man, guys, this is late too. That's a crazy ending to the stream. Yeah, today was a wild day, man. Holy fuck, what is happening, chat? Eric, with the 50, bro, says love for Brian. Definitely a real one. I appreciate Eric. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, G Bellix, I know how to make them tacos, dude. Nah, for real. I thank you so much for the love. How many of my members have I met IRL? None. I've never met like I've met one person who was at a trade night. I had my own table set up, and he was a viewer of my channel, but he got like nervous and was like, I don't know if he like how he wasn't comfortable. Like he felt like he was like bothering me or annoying me or something. And like he was like super skittish and like standoffish. And then he kept asking the card shop owner, he's like, oh, that's Brian Menard. And he was like, yeah. He was like, do you think it's okay if I like go talk to him? And then like eventually like he did come up and he's like, hey man, and he's like, you know, I watch your channel all the fucking time, dude. He's like, I've been watching you since you started with State of Decay. He's like, I'm a huge fan, bro. And I was just like, oh my God, dude. I was like, thank you so much. You know, I fucking shook his hand, and then he like walked away, and I'm like, what, dude? Like, you know, he didn't like want to, and I'm like, dude, I would have fucking chopped it up. But yeah, that was the only person I've ever met that like legit knew me for my channel. And but yeah, he was like nervous. So like we weren't able to chop it up like that. I was like, damn, dude. I'm just a normal ass fucking dude, bro. You ain't gotta treat me like shit, man. I'm over here fucking playing, like, dude. Like, get out of here, man. But yeah, it was cool though. It was really cool. But yeah, he just got super nervous, and then like, all right, it just kind of like took off. But yeah, that was cool as fuck, man. But no, I've never like, I don't feel like there's a lot of people that are really in the upstate New York area. You know what I mean? Anyways, so it's like that, and I don't really go out anywhere like that. Like I've had people that knew me, like that know me now after like I told them about me, or like somebody else told them about me, and then they see me and then they're like, oh shit, like you're Brian Menard. But they don't know me from my channel. They just know me from someone else. Like I've never met someone that's like, oh shit, dude, you know, like fucking Pat being like, what's up, dude? You know, like that would be wild to meet like someone like Pat. But yeah, I've never met like see, I'm upstate New York. Yeah, I'm way up there. Tariq, nah, dude. See, me meeting you would be a dream. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you guys think it's a big deal to meet me, man. Shit, I think it's cool as fuck to meet y'all. Yeah, I've had people ask me, you know, like, oh, dude, like, are you ever gonna do like a meet and greet and stuff like this? And like, I would love to do something like that. You know what I mean? To meet a bunch of people, but then it's like logistically, I don't know where I would do it and how I would do it and what I would do, because I would, you know, like I thought the way Neebs did their meet and greet, like that shit was dope. You know what I mean? They did like a huge like meeting at like a freaking bar thing, and then they did like a IRL live stream like in like the venue, and like that shit was crazy cool. But I don't even know how, because my main thing is I would just want to chop it up with as many as you guys as possible. I would just want to sit there and just bullshit, talk, fucking joke around, have a good time, you know, swap some stories, and just like put faces to names. You know what I mean? That's really what it would be about. Is just like meeting you guys, putting faces to names, and fucking let me get a hug, dude. You know, that way, you know, when the meet and greet's over and we come back and we're streaming, it just has a different vibe, because then it's like I look at your name and it's like, oh fuck, I know you, like I've met you, like we've hung out, we've fucking shared stuff, you know what I mean? It's different. So that's why I would love to do something like that. He said, I'll have to come across Canada. We can meet at the border, dude. Oh man. Now we can man hug it up. We're not like, yeah, we're not gonna like TMA. We don't gotta like full blown open arms, like cross hug, bro. You know what I mean? We do like a little like like a shoulder, you know what I mean? Like a, you know, we can bring it in like that, you know. But if you want a full blown like crossbody, like man hug type of deal, I mean, we could work something out. You know? Yeah, it's motherfucking 12:30. Y'all got me out here. I was supposed to get off like 10 minutes ago, and we're talking about hugs and shit. I'm so goddamn tired. Nah, you guys are off. For real, like that shit would be a dream come true, man. Can we meet up at a noodle place? JPZ, you know you're wild for that one, dude. What do you mean a noodle place, dude? Seriously, I met Mr. Beast, but act like I never heard of him. Yo, just troll the fuck out of it, dude. Yeah, Jimmy, I have no clue who you are, dude. No clue. Jamie, brother, thank you so much for the gifted membership, dude. Man, you guys are wild, dude. You guys are wild. But I think another thing with like a meet and greet too is because a lot of you guys have built relationships and have conversations with not just me, with each other too. You know what I mean? So I think that would be the other dynamic of a meet and greet is like, yeah, it'd be cool for you guys to meet me, but then, and me meet you. But then I think the coolest part of the whole entire thing would be you guys meeting each other. You know what I mean? I think that would be really, really fucking cool. Yo, Too Loud, we're sitting at 67 new members tonight, dude. It's wild, bro. Yeah, Magoo, for real, dude. That's all I care about, brother. The fact that you're here hanging out, man, that's all that matters. Being a part of the community, that shit means a lot. Is 7 days worth getting back to? John, it depends on when last time you played it was. I just jumped back into it. I think the last time I played it was like, yeah, I don't even know, Alpha 15 or some shit. I don't remember the name of it. It was a while ago. It was a really, really like 2023, something like that, maybe. And I jumped back into it this time around. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Too Live, brother, and B Greasy. Dude, sitting at 69. Y'all wild for that. Y'all did that on purpose. Sitting at 69. Y'all crazy. I could meet my future ex-wife at Get out of here, dude. Should do more 7 days. We're going to do more 7 days in the future. Yeah. Chaos Kid, if you would have asked me a month and a half ago, I'd have told you to go screw yourself. I'm not a huge fan of that game. Blah, 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 blah. Now I can tell you for sure we will be doing some more 7 days. And it's going to be modded though. So the next time you guys see 7 Days to Die on the channel, it's going to be modded. Holy crap, MJ, dude, with another 20, brother. That is crazy big. Yeah, you guys don't understand how big, like 20 gifted members is no joke. 50 is no joke. They were sitting at 89 new channel. That's fucking. Seriously, bro. Thank you so much. Tim, how you doing tonight, brother, man? Yo, what are y'all doing that y'all showing up so late? Debbie's like, yo, what's going on, bro? It's like 12. Well, yeah, I guess some of y'all might be West Coast. Some of y'all might be like California, like Oregon type of deal. Washington. So it's like what, 9:30 at night for you guys? MJ, brother, that's too much, bro. You know you don't have to. That's way too much, dude. Seriously, brother. That's crazy. Bro, thank you so much for that, bro. Thank you so much for that. It's 9:40 in Arizona. Yeah, y'all wild for that's crazy over there. It just it's 12:39. 12:40. And there it is. 2 Live coming in. Humanity grabbing the freaking membership, dude. That's crazy. Bringing us to the even 110. Play a game in my I would. Who knows? We'll see. Like last month was real rough. So I had a like viewership wise. That's why I kind of went as hard as I did this month. I had a lot to make up for last month. I took a lot of time off. Had a lot of shit going on moving into the house. We were just missing streams left and right over the past few months. So I had a lot to make up for. And this month has gone a lot better. So that's why I'm kind of just, even August, hitting the ground running. I told the wifey, I told the fam, like, I got to grind out as hard as I can for July and August, you know, kind of find a good pace. We were on a good pace here for, you know, during Death Stranding. I was waking up early. Everything was going good. I was super, super consistent. I want to get back to that. That's my goal, chat. But we've had stuff to do around the house over the past few days. Like today, like went way longer than it was supposed to. But I had a guy come to spray the house for like bugs, mice, and shit. We found out that we might have some fucking rats in the goddamn house. Chat, a rat. Fucking rat, dude. I didn't even know we had rats in upstate New York. I thought them shits were in New York City exclusive, chat. They're saying that we might have a motherfucking rat. I was like, get the fuck. A roof rat, too. Because at first I'm like, yo, how the hell are they even getting in the house? Right? And then I seen a video. Chat, these motherfuckers can climb walls. Like, flat walls, and my house is like stone. Dude, they climb right up the motherfucking wall. I got like a little E thing on the top. They just climb right in that motherfucker, dude. And then the thing is, rats, like even as big as they are, they can get real tiny, squeeze through the little holes, come into my damn vaulted room, shit all over the floor and stuff, and then go right back out. I was like, oh hell no. Yeah, it's going down. I'm gonna kill the motherfuckers. I'm gonna kill them. But I didn't even know we had rats like that, dude. Yeah, he was like, yeah, bro, you'll be a roof rat. And I'm like, the fuck is a roof rat? Sure enough, I looked that shit up, and they're a real thing. Yo, that's the thing, is the poop was like on the floor, because at first, Crystal went upstairs in a room, and it's a real tall, vaulted room, and there was poop on the floor, like little fucking, like, I thought it was mouse shit, but it was bigger. So at first we're like, man, this is some big ass mouse shit. Like, I ain't never seen no mouse shit like this before. And now, granted, we live in the country now. Like, literally where I live now is like the country. Like, legit, we got like turkeys and fucking deer and antelopes and shit. Like, there's all types of shit around here. Shit, bugs and frogs and stuff I didn't even know existed in upstate New York. But we got all types of fucking animals. So I was like, seeing this poop, and I was like, well, maybe they just some big ass country mice. That's some, because they were some pretty big turds. And then I was like, oh, okay, I don't think this is mouse, because there was poop like 7 feet high on the fucking perches of the fireplace. I'm like, there ain't no way a mouse got up there, dude. So then we thought it was a bat. I thought that we had like bats or something that were coming in through the fucking the fireplace and then just flying around the room shitting on the floor or something. And then I blocked the fireplace off. Would put these big glass screens up, nothing's coming in. All the doors or the windows, shit all sealed off. And then there was more shit. So then I'm like, bro, it's not a fucking bat. It's not a mouse. I don't know what the hell is going on. And then, yeah, then we started looking up then we inspected the poop, you know, asked Chat GPT, and it said it was a fucking rat. And then the dude came today and he was looking around. He was like, yeah, that's rat shit. And I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. And then now I got to figure out how to kill a rat. Yeah, the only problem with a rat trap is I don't want to see this motherfucker, okay? Because then I'm going to burn the house down. It's different to be like, oh, yeah, you got a rat in your house. Bro, if I set a fucking rat trap and I kill that motherfucker and he's this big, chat, I'm moving, bro. I'm not fucking living in this house. That's a whole motherfucking animal, chat. I am not doing like a mouse. That's okay. They little, tiny little fucking things. A rat, bro, he's breathing. I'm breathing in his carbon dioxide, chat. He's sharing the same air as me, bro. Like, that motherfucker got a whole, like, hell no, chat. I don't want to see this thing. I'm not even scared of rats, but I don't, no. Nope. No, chat, it's a rat, okay? We're not talking about a mouse. We're talking about a fucking rat. Like, and then the dude told me, he was like, you know, rats are a lot like mice, you know, they're big. He was like, but they're cowards. He was like, so they run away. And I was like, okay. He was like, so like, he was like, you ain't got to really worry about them. He was like, but, and this is what got me going. He said, but the problem with rats though, he's like, if they sit in an area for too long, he was like, what ends up happening is you get an infestation. And he was like, and then what will fucking happen is he was like, when they get together, he was like, if you have enough rats, he was like, and then you go near them, like their nest, he was like, they'll attack you. I said, what the fuck you say, bro? He said, yeah, bro, you get enough of the rats together, they'll fucking attack you if there's enough of them. And I was like, bro, I will let a motherfucking handgun off in my whole house, like shooting through the motherfucking floor. I don't give a fuck. Hell no. Bro, don't tell me some shit like that. Bro, I swear to God, chat. There'll be bullet holes all in this fucking house. I had the neighbors calling the cops saying, I heard some loud pops. Yes, because I was letting off the AR-15. Every handgun I own, I might let off the 22, chat, because that'll be a little quiet. Chat, I'm shooting this fucking house up, dude. You think I'm just gonna let some rats attack me? Chat, it ain't happening. I played the Plague Tale, you know, I played that video game. Chat, no. Yeah, so now I gotta figure out how to deal with this fucking rat. I'm pretty sure it's more than one. It's got to be at least 2, but I don't know. Yeah, we got to figure out what the hell we're doing with this. Yeah, I'm not playing, dude. That's the one thing. I'll buy some night vision goggles, and or a thermal scope, and I'll set up. And I'll wait for them to come out. Because I watch the videos on YouTube, chat. You can watch the videos where the dudes they'll like set up on like a little perch in their barn or something. And they put on their little night vision scope. And they sit there and they shoot rats all night with the fucking BB gun and make video. I'll be watching them videos, chat. I'll do that. I know you. Have you guys ever seen the thermal scope videos where they're shooting the rats in the barns? That shit is oddly satisfying. That's what's gonna happen in my house. The only problem with poisoning them is they're too big. Like, you can't go poison and then it dies in the wall. That's a whole body in the wall, chat. Like, it's not like a mouse. Like, a mouse would die in like decay, and even mice, depending on where they die, could get funky as fuck. Could you imagine if a whole fucking rat died in the wall? That's like a dog, dude. That's like a fucking whole animal. That's just gonna fucking smell like death. I am not gonna have some dead ass whole animal in my wall, chat. Need a cat. A cat ain't gonna do nothing to a whole rat. No, the damn rat's the size of the cat. Bars. Cats like fuck with mice, chat. What is a cat gonna do to a whole rat? Y'all trying to get fucking Garfield slurp. I'll fucking have a damn cat. It'll be sitting there getting his noodle slurped by a damn pack of rats in the middle of the night, dude. Ruben, I don't even know, bro. Listen, I hear rat and all. I don't know. I don't know what it is, bro. Like, I didn't know there's different calibers of rats. They're just big motherfucking mice. So if I hear rat, I'm just thinking of the ones that you see in the sewers. Like, what's the difference? Because I googled the picture of a roof rat. And roof rat. Chat, these motherfuckers jumping through the trees like squirrels and shit. Look at this. Look at this. He's in a whole tree. Chat, no fucking way, dude. That's just like a squirrel, bro. Yeah, fuck that. I mean, they don't look that scary. They just look like big ass mice. I put a little mouse trap up in the room, chat. This rat probably, and then he just came over and slurped. So, chat, tell me how I put a mouse trap up there, right, in the room. I put some Nutella on it because I didn't have no peanut butter or anything. So all I had was some Nutella. So I put that on there. And tell me how the rat just went and slurped that shit off the trap. Didn't even set it off either. He just slurped the Nutella off the trap somehow. That's wild, dude. They went in there to lick that shit off like it was a hard candy or something, dude. Just cleaned the trap. Slurped all the damn Nutella. I was so fucking pissed. What software did I use to record my YouTube videos? I've always used OBS, Robbie. Yeah, I'll always use OBS. Yeah, I did just feed him, but I was trying to kill his ass. He just slurped it. Like, that's wild, chat. How, like, and then the dude, then the exterminator dude was here today, and he gave me some glue trap things, like these little glue traps for like bugs and mice and shit. And I was like, before I seen it, because he was like telling me, he's like, yeah, you know, I'll give you some bait. He set up bait traps outside. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'll give you some of these glue traps. I was like, oh shit. I was like, would a glue trap work for the rat? And he's like, nah, dude. He was like, well, I was like, would a rat stick to it? He was like, nah. He was like, the glue trap is gonna stick to the rat, and then he's just gonna keep it moving. I was like, what? And then I seen how little this glue trap thing was. It was this little tiny thing. And I was like, yeah, bro, that's like a piece of paper. He's just gonna fucking take off with it. He's just gonna bring it with him. Yeah, ain't no. So that was a bust. The glue trap ain't doing shit for the rat. And he said rats, or he'll just eat the glue off the trap, eat the paper, and just take off. I don't even know what glue traps are for. I thought it was for catching rats, but he said it wasn't. He said it's more for like mice and shit. There's like these little cardboard box things. They can't get unstuck. They'll chew a limb off. That's crazy. Yeah, puppet. I ain't trying to poison these damn things. I don't know what to do right now. I've never been in this situation. I never thought in my life I would be in a situation where I had to worry about fucking rats. Cause like, you know, who the hell has rats in their house? You know what I mean? Like mice are what, little field mice. We had a bunch of mice in the last house. So always have fucking mice, you know, and I'll set the traps out, but a rat, it just feels different. It just feels different. Get a large rat trap. Yo, I'm telling you, the problem though is if I snap that motherfucker in Crystal, bro, Crystal gonna be trying to move, chat. She's gonna be trying to leave this house. If there's like some shit that's like this, you imagine, chat, there's like a she's gonna be like, she take one look at that fucking rat. That's it. Done. But I think I might know where the nests are. We gotta figure out. Only 5 to 7 inches. But that's big as fuck. Stop it. Like 7-inch rat ain't. How big are they? How big is a roof rat? A roof rat's dangerous. Yes, roof rats can be dangerous. They are known to cause significant property. Ain't nobody worried about the property damage, bro. They ain't eating my fucking slate roof. Yeah, chat. These motherfuckers are saying. We got to kill these fucking. I might call a pro. I might call a professional rat killing company tomorrow, chat. Because this shit's beyond my fucking pay grade. I'm gonna call fucking who kills rats, chat. Like they're gonna come in this motherfucker and find these rats and get rid of them, dude. I'm not playing this shit. You really think I'm gonna be up there? No, that's not happening, chat. I'm gonna Google a rat killing company. Near me, bro. We got Terminex. We got Orkin kills. Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm gonna have Orkin on the phone tomorrow. How much do companies charge to get rid of rats? Small infestations typically cost $100 to $600. Fuck that, chat. I'll kill my damn self. $600 is fucking wild, bro. Chat, I could probably pay one of y'all $600 and you'll come and fucking kill him. Just let a python loose in the walls. They're just gonna poison them. I mean, we're gonna see. We got bait traps set up outside. We do got the bait traps. I think I know where their nests are. Because I got these two like vents up in the wall. So what I was thinking about doing is going up there and fucking banging on the vent. I'll put my bee suit on because the bee suit's gonna protect me from the rats. So I'll put my bee suit on. I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna bang on the motherfucking vent, scare it out, and then I'm gonna take off the vent, take the whole fucking nest out. I'm get shop vac up in there and just fucking slurping everything up in there with the shop vac. Maybe get a rat up in the shop vac. Why do I got a bee suit? I'm a beekeeper now. I got bees. Yeah. Start slurping, dude, with the fucking shop vac and then I'll fill the whole fucking with just spray foam insulation or something. I don't even know. It's a vent, but we don't need it. If it's full of rats and shit, we just fucking spray foam it. I spray foam. I'm the king of spray foam, chat. Like I put so much spray foam and shit. Like if there's a hole, fucking spray foam it. Room will have no ventilation, chat. It would just be a solid. You need ventilation, open the window. But I'll just fill it with spray foam insulation. Worried about the bees? I don't give a shit about bees getting in the wall anymore. We got rats, bro. I'll take bees and fucking all that. But we got whole rats. They're probably up there partying right now, chat. They're up there just fucking partying in the room directly above me right now, chat. That's what I'm saying, Tim. This house is crazy, bro. I've seen so many different dude, there's bugs in this house that I don't even think anybody's ever seen them before. Like, I could literally open up a damn bug zoo in this house. Yeah, I've seen centipedes and millipedes and fucking today we had like the super big fucking beetle thing that Crystal was like damn near, she was freaking out. That shit was huge. I've seen all types of spiders and I ain't even scared. Bees, I got honeybees, and I had a wasp nest, I had a paper wasp. This shit was fucking like this big. It was crazy. We have all types of moths and butterflies and fireflies. I got them all like in the house, just flying around. Like there's just a fucking bug bouncing on my goddamn forehead over here. Shit, they're everywhere. There's fucking bugs everywhere. It's just like I've just become one with the fucking nature or some shit, dude. Like out here fucking chilling with the damn bugs. Like they're supposed to be outside, Chad, not in the damn house. Dude, that's what I'm saying, Jen. You think I moved to fucking goddamn rainforest or something, dude? I live in goddamn upstate New York, dude. Why is there so many fucking bugs? I can't wait. Like, I can't wait for the wintertime to come back because then the damn snow at least will keep them all at bay. But now I'm worried that with the damn rats, like, generally they'll come in the house in the wintertime, dude. I'm gonna kill the fuck out of these. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just block off. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I haven't thought about it. We gotta put more thought into it. Yeah, the snow gonna. I got some real problems, chat. Now that I notice a rat, I gotta go put a towel at like the bottom of the door. Like, chat, what if one of them down the stairs and just run across my feet? Oh my God, chat. I got a gun right here, but I ain't trying to let a gun off at 1 o'clock in the morning near my floor. Yeah, there ain't gonna be no bugs, but now I'm worried about the rats. I'll take the bugs over the rats all day though. Chat, I was supposed to go to bed like 2 hours ago. I don't even know what the hell we're doing. What are we even talking about right now? We've been talking about killing rats for like a whole hour, chat. That's fucking wild, dude. Like, what are we doing? Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're sitting here talking about killing fucking rats and bugs and shit. Like, is this even real life, dude? I can't even imagine what somebody from the outside come just if they heard this conversation. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't fucking know, dude. Just sitting on live, just talking to 500-600 people about killing fucking rats, dude. This is the quality content that, you know, people subscribe for it for sure. Fucking come here and talk. It's the hell are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing? I mean, how many other streamers are telling you guys about their fucking rat problems, okay? Hmm? I'm unique. Yeah, Jason, I don't want to think about that, bro. Think about it. Make it a series, me versus rats. Kai Cenat blew up because he had a rat run across the back of his fucking apartment. He's from the city. Kai was from New York. I think he's from the Bronx. And yeah, but the rats are normal down there, dude. I live in fucking upstate New York, dude. Now I need to Google this shit. Are there rats in upstate New York? Please say no. Yes, there's rats in upstate. You fucking. Several cities in the region, like Albany, Buffalo, and Syracuse, have been recognized among the rattiest cities in the chat. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I will move out this motherfucker right now, chat. This is what it says. Several cities in the region, like Albany, Buffalo, and Syracuse, have been recognized among the rattiest cities in the United States, according to Orkin. Yeah, what the fuck? That's not even a word, bro. What is rattiest? Look at this. Rattiest cities in the United States of America, bro, in the whole fucking country, bro. America's big. Chad, there's people that, like, they got the fuck out of here. I beat somebody's ass. And I just happened to, I ain't never heard of a rat in my whole life, dude. All of a sudden I live in the rattiest fucking cities in the country. That's wild. Wild. This is feels unreal. It feels surreal. Like mothballs. What the fuck is mothballs? What's a mothball, dude? Can you... Mothballs? Who live with the super chat? Rat slurper, dude. We're gonna be slurping these. I could buy. What do you just go flick these fuckers all around the house? Kills cloth cook. I don't know. I'll figure it. I'm going to bed. Got me up to whatever, dude. Chat, we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Cyberpunk early in the day. We'll be playing it. We'll be playing some Cyberpunk. I'm gonna try to start early tomorrow. But I want to say again, thank you so much. Live, brother. Thank you so much for that super chat, brother. I really. We're gonna be slurping some. We're gonna figure it out. Like my kids want a cat, dude. Like, I ain't trying to get like a little kitten. Then I gotta wait for him to grow. Then I gotta train him to be a true killer. And then it's like, bro, by then, like, it'd take a long time, dude. I ain't got time for all that, dude. Yeah, I mean, I ain't got time to train a cat, dude. I gotta go buy the cat, then I gotta fucking grow it and feed it and water it, and then I gotta wait for it to get big, and then we gotta fucking train it to kill, and then, dude, by then, fucking, I'll just open up a damn rat zoo at that point. Like, what the fuck? This is gonna take too long, dude. Where the fuck I'm gonna go to the store and just buy a fucking already grown fucking trained rat killing cat? That's not a thing, dude. You don't just go buy fucking cats that are already killers, dude. You gotta fucking train them, dude. So I go to the Humane Society and say, "Hey, listen, I got some rats in my house. I need a killer cat. I need a trained one." Tim, it ain't instinctual. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I've seen some people's cats, bro. Them cats look like they just gonna fucking lay there, dude, and not even move. And I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna get one of them lazy ass Garfield cats that is just gonna be fucking fat as shit and just lay there lazy as hell and not do a goddamn thing. The rats will be running all over the fucking place and my cat's gonna be fat as fuck just laying there. I already know how this is gonna go, Chad. Like, don't fucking play with me. It's not instincts my goddamn ass. He's gonna be sitting there just fat, chilling. Cause I know damn well one of y'all got a cat that just don't like he can't be bothered, chat. I guarantee right now, one of you guys have a cat that you're like, yeah, my cat can't be bothered, bro. He ain't fucking with no rat. He ain't even getting off the couch. He's just gonna sit there and chill. That's my cat too. I'm telling you, and that's gonna fucking happen to me. He's in my lap right now, dude. Get a serval. Are those the cats that pounce on your neck in the middle of the night and shit? I gotta watch any cat I get though, because Winston is a fucking monster, bro, and he'll eat it, dude. Like Winston will actually kill a cat, dude. He's so fucking big, dude. He'll just paw it, just bam, be dead. I was hoping that cats are feisty enough to where Winston won't fuck with it, but I don't know. I think he'd still kill it, dude. Train Winston for the rat. He's the chicken shit though, dude. Like he'll eat the shit out of a person, but then I don't know. He'll probably break the whole damn house down there. Trying to get a pre-aged cat. Yeah, I'm still here. I don't even know how we got back on the fucking subject. Now we're talking about cats. We went from talking about rats to cats. Next, I'll tell you guys how I found a fucking bat. Literally, there was a bat in my damn house, dead as fuck. Just had the window open. When we first moved in, we forgot to close it, and the house is fucking tall as shit. Bat must have flew in the fucking window. And then eventually I went up there and closed the window, and then his ass died under the fucking little radiator. I thought it was a leaf. Thought it was a leaf. And then I swept that shit, and it was a whole crusty ass dead bat. Yeah, this house is fucking. We got it all, dude. We got it all. It was a fucking bat. So that's what I'm saying, dude. Now, good thing it was on the third floor where nobody goes up there at all. But man, I'll tell you, we got it all in this house, chat. Shit is fucking crazy around here. All types of fucking animals. And all of them, none of them were invited. I came here with one animal to this damn house, and all of a sudden it's like I got it all. Name an animal, Chad. I could work something out. Fucking, it's been a shit show, guys. It's been a shit show. Now I understand why the previous owners were probably like, "Yo, fuck this house, dude. We're leaving." I'm resilient, chat. Unlike the previous owners, I'm gonna kill everything. Kill it all. Water bucket trap. Yo, talking about, I seen a video where they had a bucket, and then they like did some shit, and then like the rats and stuff were like walking across and then they fell in the bucket, and then they couldn't get back out. Yeah, that looked really cool. But bro, when I seen that video of that fucking, I lose my mind, bro. Could you imagine if I went in there and all those fucking rats are just in the bucket, dude? Could you imagine if it was like 30 of them motherfuckers just all just slurping around? Oh my God. What do you do with the bucket, bro? I ain't touching that fucking bucket at that point. It looked like a goddamn horror movie in the chat. No way. I'm not fucking touching that. Gotta, yeah, fuck a bee suit, bro, when it comes to a whole horde of fucking rats in the bucket, dude. Put a fucking lid on it, dude. I'm gonna still feel them moving around when I walk in with the bucket. And then what do you bring them? What do you do with it? What do you do with it? What do you fucking bring? What do you put? Just leave the lid on the bucket and let them suffocate? Because that's probably what I end up doing. I'm gonna dump it somewhere. I'll fucking throw it off a goddamn cliff. I'm not. What about to do with the damn bucket full of rats? Just yeet it. Yeah. Damn, bro. He said a squirrel, Steve. Yo, I couldn't imagine having a whole squirrel in my house. Yo, Sean, at some point, man, I'm gonna seal up all the windows, dude. And I might have to hire one of them companies to come out and just we're gonna take all the furniture, because now what they do, they take all the furniture out the house, and then they put the bug bombs in it, and they just fucking and kill everything. Nuke the house, dude. Kill everything. We should have did that before we moved in. If I would have known before I moved in, I'd have gassed this whole fucking house out. But all right, guys, somehow y'all managed to keep me here for another fucking 20 minutes. How do y'all do it? I thought I was getting off like 20 minutes ago. We're still talking about this shit. It's 1:21 in the morning. I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep for another 2 hours. All right, guys. Thank you again for coming and hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed the end of the stream. We're just sitting here talking about some. I want to say thank you again, though. I love you all. We'll be back tomorrow with some cyberpunk. And maybe then some State of Decay. Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, it start early enough. Knowing me now, I'm probably gonna be sleeping into like fucking 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I'll be getting up, getting situated, and then we'll be firing up. Hopefully, I'll see a bunch of you guys there. It'll be a good time. We'll come and chill, hang out, play cyberpunk, slurp some noodles, do our normal things. But all right, guys, I love you all. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. And remember, smash that like button on your way out. You guys are new to the channel. Highly doubt you're fucking still sitting here if you're not subscribed. I guarantee that's not factual. No fucking way. You're not subscribed to the channel and sit here and hear me talk about this. But if somehow that is possible, hey, consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And again, hey, for those of you guys in chat right now, when the stream is over, hey, drop some comments down below. It helps push the video into the algorithm. I'm still waiting on Operation 100 comments after a live stream. If we can get 100 comments within the first 5 minutes of the stream in the chat, yo, we'll be glorious. We got like 30 something the other day though, so I do appreciate you guys. We got like 30 something comments the other day, right at the end of the stream. That was fucking awesome. I do appreciate it. We're still on the road to 100, but we'll see it. We'll see if we could do it one day. All right, guys. So I'm gonna end the stream. I love you guys, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.